Hi everyone, I am Julie Imantos and I was assigned to discuss the penalties in Sepaktakraw. Now let's talk about the penalty for Sepaktakraw game. So penalty fouls misconduct are penalized as follows. So these are the disciplinary sanctions in Sepaktakraw game. Let's move on the first penalty in Sepaktakraw, which is the cautionable offense. It means that a player is cautioned and a referee may show the yellow card. This is my example of a yellow card. This would show to the players if he or she commits any of the following 6 offenses. These are the 6 offenses in cautionable offense. First is the unsporting behavior. What it means? So it means that a player may caution a yellow card by a referee if he is guilty on having unsporting behavior. Second one is the dissent by words and action. So dissent means is a player is having a dissatisfactions on referee's decision. So when a player shows dissatisfaction, he may receive a yellow card. The third one is the persistently infringes the laws of the game. It means that a player may receive a yellow card if he commits a repeated disobeying in the laws of the game. So number 4 is the delays the start of the play. So it means that he or a player may receive again a yellow card if the referee is already permitted the player to pass the ball on the opponents, then he delay it on starting the game, he may receive a yellow card. The 5th offense in questionable is when the player enters or re-enters the court without the referee's permission. They may receive again a yellow card if they are going to enter the court or enters the court without the permission of the referee. So the last one offense is deliberately leaves the court without the referee's permission. Deliberately means that if a player intentionally leaves the court without the permission of the referees, they also receive a yellow card. The next penalty in Sepaktakraw game is spending of offenses, which means that a player is sent off and shown the red card if he commits any of the 5 offenses. So if a player was sent off and referees would show the red card for the spending of offenses. This time the player may receive a red card if he commits to do the 5 offenses in the second penalty in Sepaktakraw. The first one offenses is if a player is guilty of the serious foul play. It means that if he is affected on the foul play that they committed. The second is he is guilty of violent conduct, including an act executed with deliberate intent to cause injury to his opponent. So they may receive or he may receive a red card if he is intentionally executed actions or behavior that may cause injury to his opponent. So the third one is spits at an opponent or any other person. What is spits means? So spits means that when a player is kanang nana siya sa iyang kasuko god kanang kuana kay siya kanang gusto na niya manakit pero di niya pwede himuon. So ang iyang ginhimo is kanang nagapangluwa siya sa iyahang kalaban or even sa lain nga tao. So the fourth offense is using offensive or insulting and abusive language and gestures. So it is kanang understandable that when a player is using an offensive language like bad words, something that may embarrass the other player or the opponent, he may receive a red card. Then if he is going to act an abusive gestures like kanang siya panakit sa mga kauban, so that's the time that he may receive a red card. So the fifth or the last one offense is he may receive a second caution, which is the yellow card in the same match. Let's proceed on the next penalty in Sepaktakraw game. If a player commits a questionable offense either on or off the court or inside or outside of the court, whether directed towards opponent, teammates, the referee, the assistant referee, or any other person for which a yellow card is awarded for each the offense committed is disciplined as follows. So they would receive a yellow card for an offense. So the first offense is first yellow card. So he may receive a first yellow card. Then the penalty that he may receive is a normal caution. Let's proceed on the next offense, which is second yellow card received by the same player in different matches but in the same tournament. It means that this yellow card may awarded to the player who commits an offense with the same player but in different matches, and it would be received in the same tournament. Different matches but in the same tournament. If a player is committed with the said offense, the penalty that he may receive is 1 match suspension. It means that he could not play on the other match because he is suspended due to the offense that he is committed. The next offense is the third yellow card received after suspension for the tournament by the same player. It means that a player who committed offense, he may receive a yellow card. He may receive a third yellow card after the suspension on the tournament, but for the same player, and the penalty that may award to him is 2 matches suspension. It means that he can play on the 2 match of the game. Then the second penalty is having a fine of $100. So $100 is to be paid by the club or any other body the player represent in the match. The next offense is fourth yellow card received after 2 matches suspension for the earlier third yellow card in the same tournament by the same player. It means that the fourth yellow card may award on the player who committed the offense after the 2 matches suspension. After of his 2 matches suspension, he may receive the fourth yellow card for the earlier third yellow card in the same tournament by the same player. So the penalty that he may receive or may award to him is an immediate suspension from playing in the next. So it means that immediate, so pasabot nga diha dayon suspended na siya para modula sa sunod. Next offense is 2 yellow cards received by the same player in the same match. So it means that a 2 yellow card may award to on the same player within the same match also. So the penalty that he may receive or awarded to him is first 2 matches suspension. So there will be another 2 matches suspension. He can't play on the 2 match of the game. The second one is he may have a fine of $100. So as what I said earlier, that a player that committed the said offense, $100 is to be paid by the club or any other body by the player represent in the match. So the last penalty that he may receive is a red card. And last penalty that he may receive or that may awarded to him is a red card will be given for a third disciplinary offense committed in any other matches in the tournament. So that's the time that he would receive a red card on the third disciplinary offense. If he was given a third disciplinary offense, he may receive a red card on any other matches in the tournament. If a player commits a spending of offense either on or off the court or even inside or outside of the court, whether directed towards opponent, teammate, the referee and assistant referee or any other person, for which a red card is awarded for each of the offenses committed, is disciplined as follows. A player may receive a red card if he is intentionally committed and spending of offense either on or off the court or even inside or outside of the court, whether directed towards to his opponent, teammates, the referee, and even to an assistant referee or any other person. So he would be awarded a red card. The offense that he may receive is a red card. So the penalty for him is sent off from the game and immediate suspension from playing in any tournament sanctioned by the relevant controlling authority for Sepaktakraw until a disciplinary committee is convened and a decision has been reached on the matter. So it means that if a player was already sent off and he is immediately having a suspension from playing in any tournament sanction, it means na hindi na siya basta-basta na makakalaro ng Sepaktakraw game if he was received the red card. So makakalaro lang siya if ever Sepaktakraw Disciplinary Committee gagawa ng desisyon na pwede na siyang makalaro para sa isang tournament for Sepaktakraw. So that's the end of my topic. Hopefully you learned something. Thank you for listening.